Here's how to get started with team meetings in Fellow. One of the many benefits of having your team meetings in Fellow is the meeting series feature for recurring meetings. When you scroll down, you can easily see your previous meetings in the series, including the collaborative agenda and your meeting recaps. When planning the agenda for your upcoming meeting, Fellow has a comprehensive library of templates to choose from based on your team's needs. For example, there are templates specifically designed for engineering teams, which you can find here. Or you can use the search functionality to find templates for leadership meetings, for example, here. Now that you have a clean agenda template to fill out, you're going to want to get your team to start filling out the agenda. Instead of having to manually remind them to do so, you have the ability to set up pre-meeting reminders and automations so Fellow will automatically remind your team to fill out the agenda. In the top right corner, there is a lightning bolt icon, which is where you'll find your automations settings. Here, you have several automations you can toggle. You can decide whether you'd like to be reminded about meetings that have no agenda and have them be automatically canceled, whether you'd like your meetings to be auto-recorded with Fellow Copilot, and have the recap sent out automatically. Next is configuring pre-meeting reminders, which can automatically remind attendees to add topics and review the agenda before the meeting starts. Down here are the Add to Section reminders, which will prompt attendees to add to the sections they're required to if they haven't done so already. Let me show you more about sections in Fellow. When you click on the plus button above your meeting agenda, you can add a section to the agenda like this. By clicking on the three dots to the right of your section, you'll be able to configure the section like so. Checking this box will send reminders to participants that they need to add talking points to this section. You also have the option to customize who gets these reminders by either selecting specific users or excluding users. Next to your Fellow agenda, you'll find several meeting tools at your disposal, one of which are called pre-meeting briefs. Before your meeting starts, your Fellow AI Copilot can generate a brief of what was discussed in the previous meeting and offers suggestions on what to follow up on in the upcoming meeting. Fellow also has attendee briefs, which are great for external calls or when you're meeting with someone new for the first time, so you have extra context and even icebreakers to help facilitate the conversation. The great thing about pre-meeting briefs is they can serve as a good starting point for building your team meeting agenda within Fellow. You can easily copy and paste the AI suggestions into your agenda to ensure everyone comes prepared and knows what's going to be discussed. While we're populating the agenda, it's worth noting that Fellow agendas are collaborative, meaning all attendees have the ability to fill out talking points at the same time, attach any necessary pre-meeting reading materials, and more. Fellow also has the ability to carry forward talking points from the previous meeting into the next one, so any points that weren't discussed in the previous meeting will automatically show up in the following one. You also have the ability to create action items within the meeting agenda. These can be assigned even to multiple attendees and even given a due date, and you'll always be notified when an assignee has completed an action item you've assigned to them. When you're in the meeting, Copilot will always ask to join the call first, and you can admit them to the call whenever you're ready to start the meeting. After the meeting is done, Fellow has an anonymous feedback feature. This allows attendees to offer feedback about the meeting, including the agenda structure, length of meeting, discussion, and a section to add any suggestions to improve the meeting. When you go back to your calendar event, you'll be able to see your meeting recap, which includes the recording, highlights such as the summary, action items, and decisions, which are automatically assigned and can easily be added to the collaborative agenda with a simple click. You'll find chapters, the meeting transcript, and meeting stats. The stats section of the meeting recap is a great resource to be able to see which attendees are talking the most, offering insights into team dynamics and meeting structure. Now each attendee has an accurate record of the conversation and context to go back to at a later time. Because Fellow is an AI meeting note taker, you have the advantage of being able to ask Copilot for insights from your meeting after it's over. Let's say you showed up late for the meeting. You can ask Copilot, "What did I miss from the first 10 minutes of my most recent team meeting?" And Copilot will automatically fill you in on anything you missed. Another use case could be, catch me up on everything we've discussed over our previous 2 team meetings, and Copilot is able to analyze the transcripts from your 2 previous meetings and give you instant insights.